MusicTown. It's Julia. We're with Rita Ora.
Hi! I was just looking at how fancy this place is. It's like better than my house.
I know. We were like dancing and looking around, and they're like, "Girls, you're live."
I was like, "Oh, we're live," and I'm like looking downstairs. There's a bar, restaurant. You guys are living the life.
We are living the life, but so are you. You got that new single out, your
I
song.
do. Woo! No, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I got to come out here physically and really kind of like talk about it face to face. I'm super looking forward to the whole journey, moving forward with my new music, and yeah, to open the doors, I've got your song, which is, you know, my love for pop. Obviously, I love just being around and having some music to dance to. I'm such a pop fan, so you know, I'm happy to be in a place where I can just put out music that I love and makes me feel good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I asked Twitter, what do you want to know? And I mean, they kind of have the same questions I do. When can we expect that new album?
Well, the album for me is coming out later in the year. It has a lot of dimension to me. Like, I feel like it's been such a long time that I've ever put out my album. You know what I mean? Especially overseas, I've never actually put out an album. So
number 2, right?
Yeah, it's technically number 2, but I'm treating it like number 1 because there's a lot of territories where I haven't even put out any music. So, yeah, for me, it's like number 1 as well. It's like super personal, and it's one of the only things I'm so proud of this year.
Oh, well, you have a lot to be proud of. Everything with boy band, how's that going?
Oh, I mean, of course that too, but I mean, you know, this came really from like me, this album. So like, it's something that I feel like I'm putting my heart on out on my sleeve, and it's definitely, I can't take it back. Boy band was like a fun job, you know. Boy band was like coming out every Thursday, live on TV. I didn't know if I could even like do live TV, and I was like, this is hard. Hosts have it hard. It's like such a tough job.
It's very nerve-wracking.
Oh my gosh. Like, performing is one thing, but like talking and not messing up the words, it's like a whole nother world.
I know, especially like when we're doing a show, like I always trip over my words and people are like, you're just talking. I'm like, how many times during a conversation do you mess up?
I've got to give it to you guys. Like, props to you.
Well, I mean, performing isn't easy.
Yeah.
Do you ever get nervous before you go out still, or is it just like, you're good?
No, I do. I have this 10-second win that I call it. It's like a 10-second panic attack, and then I go out and everything goes out the window.
Yeah, do you like black out on the crowd, or like do you have any sort of pre-show ritual?
I do black out on the crowd. I don't actually like, I look at the front of the crowd face on, like head on and eye to eye, but then I kind of like do that thing where you look at someone but you're not really looking at them.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? When you like black out basically, and then I sing my songs and I kind of just get into my own world.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling.
So everyone wants to know too, when can we know about the artwork for the album?
Yeah, I haven't really given anything away because to be honest, I recorded my album in London and I went back home. Like, I went out to see my friends. I got drunk with my friends that I've known my whole life.
Is there any of this album that you recorded drunk?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, it's fun because I wanted my friends to like talk on it and my mum to talk on it, and everything has like an interlude and it's really personal, you know. So I wanted my people that I've known my whole life to just be around me while I was in that creative process. So I went to the studios, my dad owns a pub, so I would like go to the pub all the time and like chill, and it was the first time I made music without people like screaming down my neck.
That is really cool because it's almost like your friends are going to remember those times with you when they hear that album. It's like a photo album almost.
Basically.
Music album.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, so the artwork has a lot to do with where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all we get to know.
Yes.
Okay. Can we know anything about the next single?
The single for me is out in, because you know I have this song that comes out with Avicii called Lonely Together that just dropped online. But that hits, I think, you guys on the radio around September or something. But I have another in October. I'm really thinking about putting something out that really represents me and my girls.
Love that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a going out anthem almost?
Yeah, it's definitely a girl power kind of like, I know that phrase has been used so many times, but it's
not
really
overused though.
It's not, right? Good. It's like a really it's a girl anthem for sure. It's for my ladies.
It's like one of those where you're going out drinking with your girls and like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I love a good pregame song. So I live with 2 girls right now that'll probably definitely be added to our playlist.
Good. I think you'll like it.
All right, perfect. Hey, so a topic I'm talking about on my show tonight, and I wanted to get your opinion on this because it's like blowing up on the internet, is I think Cosmopolitan originally posted it. Should guys still ask a girl's dad to marry her?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
for sure.
You think it still should be around? Like,
I mean,
should
you're
be a
going to
thing?
meet the parents at one point, if God forbid you know, some don't have any parents. But what I mean is, if you do, you're going to have to meet the parents at some point at the wedding, or you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, what is the conversation you have with the father if you don't ask him to marry his daughter? What are you going to talk about at the wedding?
Yeah.
I would beat him up. I'd be like, you didn't ask me to marry my kid? I think even as a mom, I'd beat him up too. He better ask me as a mother as well at the same time.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because a lot of people are viewing it as like this feminist thing, like girls should be able to speak for herself. And I'm like, it's not really that. It's just kind of the respect of the parents.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it's where you're from. Where I'm from, I have to like go through my parents for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like a thing that is in our culture. Like, I'm Albanian, so for me, it's like you definitely have to give the parents a heads up when you're trying to get married.
And I still think it's like a sweet thing where the parents give them away at the wedding, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just all part of that.
We
like,
have
from
all of that.
family to family.
Exactly. We have all of that. And I feel like you want to be accepted in the family. There's some things the guys got to do, you know, to kind of like go in our family rituals. Go
Yeah.
to dinners. Make sure you eat every single thing on the plate.
Oh my God! Even if you're vegetarian, you eat grandma's meat.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so funny. So, in my topic last night, I wanted to ask you, because this took off. So, I don't know if you're seeing anybody or not, but my topic last night was, what do you hate about your boyfriend? So, if you have an ex, like a specific thing, the thing I picked about mine is my boyfriend eats like he is auditioning for my 500-pound life, and he has got a waist
Whoa.
smaller than mine. Like, it's
Wow.
not fair.
Oh, so annoying.
Yeah.
What do I hate? You know what I do? I know it's a food, like you said, a food thing too. I don't like the food rules. Like when you go to restaurants or something and they like judge you. Like, I'm an eater. I love to eat.
Yes.
Like, I love food, and I definitely am one of those people that like obviously watch what I eat because of what I do.
Yeah.
But like when I'm going out to a restaurant and I want to have a drink and something to eat, like, don't look at me in a crazy way, because I'm gonna eat. Mac and
Yes, I have
cheese.
ranch in my hair.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, just love me for me, man. Take me for who I am.
I know. Or like, you're like, oh, aren't you going to get a salad your first time?
No.
So, and you just came to us from Texas today,
I did.
right?
Yes, I came from Dallas.
So I know Dallas isn't obviously directly
Mm-hmm.
affected by the situation, but you were around it. How
Yeah.
was that?
It was hard. I mean, it was definitely there was something in the air for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't a joyful kind of day, but it was definitely a inspiring day, whereas all of the, I guess, me being there firsthand, and I went to actually visit the shelters.
You did?
Yes, and I went to just help because, you know, obviously I was there for work, but it wouldn't be humanly right for me to kind of leave without showing my support, because I actually suffered the similar thing back at home in London. I mean, it wasn't a hurricane, but it was a fire.
Okay.
So a natural kind of, I guess,
Disaster.
disaster. So we had the same thing where everyone lost their homes, but due to a fire. So like we went and we made boxes and sent them out to a lot of the residents that lost their homes. And I mean, I can only imagine what it must feel like to kind of lose everything. So I really just wanted to go and just do what I could, and so I was happy to be able to even do that before I left.
Yeah.
And everyone just was like, thank you so much, and this is great that you came out and, you know, showed your support, and it's really means a lot to us. And they're killing it down there. Like, they're doing such a great job.
awesome.
It's like incredible. They have a system. They're like packing boxes. Everyone knows what they're doing. It's so organized. It's beautiful to see.
Well, if we're because I'm planning on sending something down there as
Yeah.
well. What do you think they have the biggest need for?
Well, they have, what I saw, they had a lot of nappies. They have a lot of deodorant, feminine products. They have boxers. Do you know, it's just the things that humans need, just like socks,
Yeah.
T-shirts, shampoo bottles, and cereal, everything. You know, I mean, there's like a lot of space for things.
So just kind of think of
Utilities.
your day to day and then what
Basically.
you need to get when you wake up
Yeah.
and just kind of go from
But there's
there.
a lot of things. I mean, there was a line like around, down the highway. Sorry, I said motorway, but down the highway, and it was like chock-a-block. So there's a lot of people helping out. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Did you see anything like truly heartbreaking in any of these shelters that like kind of need attention or anything like that?
Well, I mean, what I did see was I spoke to some of the helpers there and the volunteers, and, you know, some of them I think suffered personally from what they were going through, and just talking to them and listening to their story was so heartbreaking because they can't physically do anything. They can't fly out there because what are you going to do? You're going to fly out there and, dig out the water, you know what I mean? So it's hard when you can only do so much, because you just get frustrated. And I know that feeling because back home in London with the building tower, I don't know if you guys heard about that, but there was a tower building that burnt down in my hometown. And you just can't do anything because it's so overpowering. You just have to I don't know, it's really frustrating, but it's amazing. The community was just so together.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, even though the disaster is terrible, it is amazing seeing these little videos of people helping each other out. Like, I watched this video the other day on Facebook of, like, this line of people getting a man out and, like, passing him along to save him. It
so
was amazing.
Sweet. Yeah, no, it's great. It's what I love about the world. This is the time where I feel like it's a beautiful thing to see how we are together.
I know, because for all the bad, it's like, it's good to see that. All right, Rita Ora, thank you so much for coming out and talking to us. You have the album on the way, and I can't wait for it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Cool.
Are we still live?